just dropped some shit on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to repeat it one more time, and I want you to marinate on it. No pun intended. I want you to marinate, and I want you to think about it before you answer.
Okay.
Well,
say what you just told me, because I'm going through it in my head.
Yeah, all right. So I thought about it the other day. I was like, cooking is the only art form that affects all 5 senses.
Yeah.
Think about it. You go through the senses. It's all there. Smell. Taste. Feel, texture. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sizzle.
See it.
You see the plating. You see the ingredients on top. I'm thinking of a steak right now, but like you think, think about that.
That's fucking true, dude.
What other art form?
None.
I can't think of another one. And most people maybe not even think of cooking like as an art, but it's like a for real fucking thing.
Oh, you have to think of cooking as an art. To me, it's I mean, that's a no-brainer. I think it's the most important art, if we're being honest. It's the only one that literally gives you life.
Yeah. Is it the oldest art?
I mean, probably in some way. Somebody
speech or sound or I guess it depends on what you want to
just have the necessity of needing food.
Right.
I mean,
live.
I mean, although archaic of any kind, it's still necessary. So even though if you wanted to consider like fucking cooking some bullshit over a fire back in the day, a squirrel is still art.
Think about it. We're still cooking bullshit over the fire. Mm-hmm. And that shit's artful as hell.
Yeah.
Bro. Fucking ribs?
Yeah. That's the best way. But then when
beautiful.
And there is an art that's why it's like this guy is the artist, barbecuer.
Yeah.
All the little, it's just like making sushi, any of those guys. Have you ever watched Chef's Table?
Never watched Chef's Table.
Well, go ahead,
watch shit.
Watch all of Chef's Table because you're gonna like. That's the way they portray.
What is that?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's been around for the first one probably.
Is it a Food Network show?
No, it's like
it's a Netflix original.
Yep, documentary.
Chef's Table.
Yeah.
It's a documentary?
Yeah, and they do each episode is a chef and their history and their art and the way they come into it. Some of them are just like people that kind of rose up through unexpected circumstances. Some guys are Michelin chefs, some girls, guys and gals they're all from all over the world.
You know who I used to hate that I love now? Fucking Gordon Ramsay, bro.
What's the hate about him?
Just like when you see him from a distance, you're like, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Of course.
You're like, he is a jerk. But then like you start watching I started watching on Kitchen Nightmares. I was like, oh, now I see why you're an absolute
walking into people's
asshole,
shit and being like, are you fucking stupid?
Bro, this meat's been in here since 2023.
I think he's an asshole because he understands what it takes to run a fucking actual restaurant at a high level. It's very stressful. Everybody and two, the dumbassery that goes along with something like that. Like you're dealing with your art can expire and kill people if you're not careful with it.
Might be the most dangerous art now that we go back to
for sure. If you want to get into the Japanese with all the fucking poisonous fish and all that shit, like
me and my daddy was talking about on the way here, we were talking about the puffer fish.
Yeah, the way you have to slice it to not fucking make somebody paralyzed.
You know how I learned that? Playing fucking Hitman, because you got to kill somebody. There's different options, of course, and one of the options is like you got to sneak in the kitchen, dress as a chef, cut it a certain way. And then get the target to like eat it basically or like try it. And then she'll die right there in the middle.
Neurotoxin.
Bro, yes.
Paralyzed, breathing stops, dead.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. And like, who the fuck had to learn that the hard way?
And also, how hard was that to put into a fucking video game?
Maybe very hard, maybe not. I don't know. I ain't never made a fucking video game, but
I love that.
You think about the detail.
I love that that's a thing.
Think about it.
I mean, in a video game, I love that somebody took the detail to do that. That game is so underrated,
bro. It's so.
I've only played. Wait, which is that? Hitman 2?
It's the last one that came out. I think.
I only played.
They do like the online. They got like online challenges and shit. They ain't like open world or nothing.
I never saw the movie either.
I have seen both movies. I was very I was very mad about the first one. I was not too mad about the second one. I thought the action was great. I just rewatched the second one. Timothy Olyphant plays the guy in the first one.
Okay.
That's Justified. Timothy Olyphant. He played the first one. I forgot who played the second one, but the second one I went back and watched it. It was like, it's kind of nice.
That's a nice way to start the pod with a little. I mean, yeah, it's first of all, 1,000% pure art. Cooking,
bro,
at the highest level. I really can't say that any other art form is more important, honestly.
I mean, just from a fundamental human level, yeah. Like me as an emotional, yeah. I mean, obviously, us as music heads, we want to immediately say music.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, all five senses, plus, you kind of delve into the sixth sense sometimes with that.
Maybe I feel like, and does this make sense? I feel like intuition might be the sixth sense.
Yeah, it's certainly part of it. I think it's a combination of a couple things.
They say like body, like temperature, like something about body temperature, or it's spatial awareness or something. Is like they say that's the actual sixth sense. But I feel like maybe intuition, like that type of thing. I think that's almost like.
Well, I think they say like your intuition is living like a half second faster in time than you are.
Oh, that's fire.
So like that feeling of like dread when you don't realize it and then something actually does happen or doesn't happen. Like your brain is in a different timeline slightly.
I read something the other day. It's crazy you said that. I read something the other day and they were talking about like basically, you've probably heard that there's like a second brain in your stomach.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it's like, that's where butterflies in your stomach comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like this membrane that surrounds your stomach or something like that. It's something, I didn't get too far into it, but when I read it, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's your gut brain axis. And they're so connected. The neural networks to your digestive tract is so quick. And like just if you look at the anatomy of a human and the amount of nerves in your pelvis and that surround it, it's fucking shocking, dude. So yeah, that is your gut feeling is real,
bro. We're wild designs, bro.
Yeah,
like really wild designs, bro. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. Just marvel at it.
Yeah. Well, we know that because we live in these bodies. But I mean, look at a fucking dog. That's a wild design.
Yeah. It's all the fact that the brain can study itself is absolutely it. You can't even fathom that a brain can open itself up, basically.
Yeah.
Essentially. Just open itself up.
Yeah.
And it knows where it needs to be worked on. It knows the weaknesses. It knows where like, bro, think about it. It literally learned about itself.
Yeah. Just like AI is doing with all the user input right now. But the more impressive thing about animals is that they first of all, they live completely in the present.
Yep.
Which all of us struggle to do on a daily fucking basis. Every person.
We're just so fucking aware of everything.
Yeah.
Another weakness of our brains.
And their intuition, they're on a different timeline that's ahead of things, especially dogs.
Yeah.
They know shit's getting bad. Just now, whether they're ahead in the timeline or their senses of their environment are so much more in tune, which it's probably a combination of both.
Yeah, bro.
That design, when that dog fucking perks up for real and nothing's going on, I'm like, that's a different feeling.
Something's about to happen. That's why cats will do the same thing. They start.
That's all intuition. So imagine what they feel in their gut, dude.
And it's like that, bro. Because think about it. I feel like they just regularly see shit we don't see. And then if you think about like their gut and like how they're into it, bro.
Yeah. No, there's still, there's so much to learn about that axis. And
oh, yeah.
But yeah, it is your second brain for sure. And if your gut's not healthy, you're fucked. That's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah.
Your entire mindset. It's just like parasites when they get in creatures, they can affect your entire brain, take over your brain. So if your gut's unhealthy.
You've seen that shit, ain't you?
Yeah, it's dope.
It's just fucking wild, bro.
But that's so prevalent. Parasites just controlling the fucking organism.
Bro.
I have a crazy parasite story that may or may not tell because it's pretty fucking gruesome, but not with a human, but I was fishing one time. But Yeah, the spider is a big fucking water spider.
Yeah.
I was fishing this creek. It was huge, dude. And it was just kind of like chilling. It was moving.
Yeah.
And the dude I was fishing with was like, yo, that fucking spider is huge. And he fucking hit it with a rock, like squished it.
Yeah.
And out of its fucking abdomen came like a 3-foot long worm.
No.
Coiling out of it.
Oh no. Bro.
And then it was like a flatworm or something. But that spider was already dead. It was only moving on accord of the worm.
Avatar is what he was.
Yes. So when you sent me that, I was like, I've seen this shit. But for your guts, man, I was just having a talk with a dude today about it because he was having like digestive shit. And obviously I'm in that realm pretty frequently. But your entire mood is based off of your gut health.
Yeah. That's what they talk about all the time.
Anxiety, all of it.
Yep.
Every single bit of it.
I read a little bit into it and I'm like, that's really why nobody ever even notices this.
And guess what controls that? Bacteria.
And there it is. Back to bacteria, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
So essentially, we have a symbiote as well.
Well, speaking of zombies and avatars and whatever else, 28 years later is coming around the pike. And I don't want to ruin it for anybody, even though it's probably already out on fucking Google by now. But they said Cillian Murphy is coming back for the second and the third one.
Really?
Yeah, as his character. Apparently he's not in the first one.
Why?
I don't fucking know. They should have just put him in the fucking first one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
is it going to look the same?
Is what going to look? Is who? Cillian?
No, the way they shot it. Is it going to look?
I hope so. Because they shot 28 years on an iPhone.
Yeah. It's like one of the first.
Yeah.
So I'm 28 days later, shot on an iPhone, right?
Yeah. So they might as well. No, 20. What'd you say? 28 years?
28 days.
No, 28 days was not shot. 28 days and 28 weeks. They were both shot cinematically, however, with regular cameras. 28 years is what's shot on the fucking iPhone.
Damn.
Which, think about how bold that is to do that after. I mean, it's bold. I mean, it is bold. I mean, considering you got all these fucking Marvel movies that are way overboard. But
yeah,
it's kind of nice and gutsy to do that.
I mean, you can do it now, though.
You can do it now.
I mean, a lot of shit's shot on these phones that we don't even know.
Oh, yeah. For damn sure. And I mean, I'm cool. Whatever.
Especially with where Hollywood is probably might be going in the fucking shitter. I think everything's going to get shot on an iPhone here pretty quick.
Bro. No, everything's going to get shot on fucking Chat GPT is what's about to happen.
I mean, it really should be shot on a Samsung, but what the fuck am I talking about?
What are you talking about? Who fucking knows? I'm not going to go through this fucking Samsung iPhone war with you.
What did you want to talk? Well, first of all, this is episode 8. Now, I don't know.
This episode 8?
Yep.
We passed 7, baby. Look at us.
You know this. It is.
I'm looking.
I don't know what the metric is, but most podcasts give up at episode 7.
And how did you know? Because you can fucking count me out. I'm walking out right now.
Yeah, we're done.
I literally just waited to the episode 8 just to tell you I quit.
Well, and we got past the proverbial 7. So you're like, I beat the benchmark.
We literally did, bro. I mean,
so let's get up on out of here.
Guinness World Records. Fuck them.
Yeah. So thank you to anybody who listens.
Yeah, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you guys getting us this far. I mean, we're just sitting there having a good time. It's not anything. We're not striving to reach any number. I think we're just striving to just keep talking like we've been talking and doing what we've been doing. And
I just think conversations are important.
They are important. I mean, especially in this whole AI thing, you don't know what's real. You don't know what isn't.
Dude, the whole world doesn't know what the fuck is up or down anymore.
That's why I feel like it's good. It's almost like you ever listen to things? I mean, it literally is just like listening to things. Now podcast is the things. But some of us go back to, TV shows, albums, things that it gives you that homey feeling.
Yeah, the comfort of nostalgia.
Yes, the comfort of nostalgia, the comfort of something real. Mm-hmm. Like going back to, I was talking about Friends earlier. Or, whatever else. Seinfeld for some people.
Yeah.
Or like Living Single or Martin or Fresh Prince or what.
All of them.
Yeah.
Anything we grew up with. Now, if I got a rough week, as we talked about, your go-to's Friends.
Yep.
Mine is Seinfeld. Just the music hitting. I'm already calming down.
Bro, that's all I need.
Mine. As soon as I hear As soon as slap bass fucking hits, I'm already melatonin is happening. But it's
like, bro, and we can only hope to like really like carry that warmth. If somebody listens to this and they're like, oh God, because I do it with podcasts now.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, I wait for that certain day for it to drop and I'm like, oh,
I have a whole fucking routine.
Bro, I do too.
Mondays, I have my shit that comes out. I mean, I rarely listen to music now to like,
me too.
To kind of come back to your point. You know what's happening right now where that's making me happy, but also I know where shit's going is that metal is getting real popular again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And that happens in times.
And I'm happy for
it's good for me because there's a bunch of fucking dope music coming out, but it really happens when there's times of unrest. Because people are living with aggressive emotions.
Fucking rebel music.
So it amplifies things but yeah, metal's fucking, I mean, new metal's back, dude. And nothing makes me happier and feel older than the fact that I saw a kid in fucking Jinkos the other day. And a black t-shirt and possibly a fucking shell hemp necklace. I don't know. I didn't look that far,
people
but I imagine it.
They're reaching out for the real shit again.
I saw a 15-year-old kid in a fucking Coal Chamber shirt the other day, dude. How does he even know who that band is?
I don't know who that band is. See, he's better than I am.
That's a new metal deep cut. Now, not to anybody who listens to metal, but they were one of the originals.
Huh.
And I saw a kid with a fucking Colt, and he was young, and I was like, damn, dude, we are definitely in a simulation. There's no reason.
You should have went up and started fucking drilling him.
First of all, that was me when I was 15. You know what I mean? And now I'm almost 40, and there's a kid at 15. It's fucking weird.
Cyclical, baby.
I do like that everything. But I see like I see a lot of shit. Like people are posting metal stuff again. Megadeth's playing fucking Bonnaroo.
That is wild.
Not that I give a shit about Megadeth or that I mean, Gojira played it a couple years ago, but like they're headlining Sunday night.
I meant to tell you, there's a band that I discovered yesterday. You know, they'll be streaming, they'll stream the Bonnaroo performances on Hulu sometimes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do Bonnaroo like performances and stuff. There is a band of females called Die Spits.
Did you send that to me? Or I saw it
maybe something, but I seen them last night, and then I also seen which the fucking crowd was singing "Sweet Caroline" for whatever fucking reason while they were trying to like talk on stage and like get their shit together.
Is that a Bonnaroo thing? Because that's a Fenway thing.
I don't fucking know. All I know is I was getting pissed because they were literally in the middle of a performance, like their song had started, and there was a fucking crowd. I don't know if it was the crowd they were watching,
and they hit him with fucking.
It was
they hit it,
bro, like word for word singing "Sweet Caroline."
I'm sorry though, dude. You just gotta let that happen if you're on stage. Just go ahead and let it happen.
You can't do anything about it. Now you know me. You know I be getting pissed on stage. I'm a motherfucker that'll stop the show and just wait for you to stop. And
I don't know, dude. I feel like if Sweet Caroline came on, you probably would have sang it.
I'm definitely just going in and just singing it. Yeah. I'll tell motherfuckers to stop the damn music just so I can sing it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I'm not with the whole disrespect shit. You might not know who I am, but at least
unless that's a Bonnaroo thing, I haven't been to enough Bonnaroos to know.
I don't know. But there's another
somebody
band
will have to clarify that
called Wildorado.
Don't know.
Wildorado. I don't know, but I started following them on Spotify, and they came on right after Die Spits.
Are they a rock band?
Yeah, but they're from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma bands are fucking different.
They got they had a little thing to them, and it was nice.
Flaming Lips are from Oklahoma.
It was a little twang.
They're unique. Oklahoma has very unique bands.
It was a little like twang, but it was like rock, but it had like some shit. It was nice, and it had a little ethereal type of sound to it. They almost gave me like a My Morning Jacket feel, some of their shit.
Who I know is playing Bonnaroo, which is a fucking sit as King Gizzard, Lizard Wizard, dude.
Bro, that's still one of the greatest fucking names I've ever heard of.
My buddy actually sent me a picture. He's a custom home builder, and he sent me a picture of the guitar player and the drummer.
Bro,
today he met him, and he goes, "I'm going to tell my kids this is Lennon and McCartney." And I was like, "Bro, how prolific Homeboy is from that band." It's kind of that band can go from a damn disco record to a death metal record.
Bro, I love that type of shit.
In 3 months, there's nothing they cannot do.
I love that type of shit. Like, I love that artists do that nowadays, is they they can do. And I mean, it's something I strive to do. Now, I don't jump out the fucking window necessarily. No, rap to death metal.
I finally wore you down enough.
Oh, you wore me down enough. Well, what I'm saying is, as far as like making stuff, like as a fan, I can go fucking flip back.
Totally. But when you're creating, you always have this like, oh, should I jump in this lane? Is that too far of a jump?
Obviously, I like all the fucking music for the most part. I mean, you definitely wore me down with certain wild shit that you'll be listening
to. I mean creatively, because you definitely, and I've had it many times of like, this is too different to be on this record, maybe one song.
Yep.
And
I definitely have a thing that I need it to all be what I would deem coherent, or what I would deem like to coincide with the rest of the tracks on the album, instead of just, because I don't ever want to put out anything that just sounds like a fucking
mishmash of.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like a collection of just songs. It has to have
it has to tell a story.
It has to have a thread to it.
Yeah.
And not even like a conscious thread, but a subconscious thread. I have to almost be on the same wavelength throughout the whole album, even if I'm feeling different emotions through the album. It has to, and you know when you have that subconscious thread, and when you don't, you can feel it. That's why some songs I'll be like, I'm not gonna put that on this album.
Yeah.
Like and is frustrating as it is, because I want people to hear things as fast as possible. I don't, so it'll be easy to be like, nope, just fucking put it on there and do it. But I'm like, no, it's not right. It's not right yet. We'll just put it on.
But also, there is that part of you that's so versatile that like,
you just fucking do whatever. I mean, that's why I've set myself up for the first two albums to kind of do whatever the fuck I want with the third album, which was by design. But like I said, like I haven't even really decided now. I mean, I bounced around a couple ideas for the third album, and I haven't really.
It's funny because all the shit Jules and I have made have definitely have a certain feel to it.
Yep.
That is very neo soul, for sure.
Well, that's it's coming down.
But the beats, because it's me being an idiot on drums. The beats aren't neo soul technically.
They're
harder.
You throw the hip hop drums on them, and the kind of it's not even hip hop drum. Like you go into kind of like the not jungle-esque, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they all have that little bit of house.
It's got the little island feel to it sometimes, or the
Does
whatever.
It? Nice,
yeah,
dude.
It's got a little something to it. It's just you coming out, fucking you being a damn primate, just coming out. Yeah. But I mean, it's
the shit we made last night, dude. The one track that Jules and I like.
I haven't heard any of them yet.
I'll play it for you when we're done. But we both were like, well, I'll see you Saturday, because we got off the rails so fast.
For real?
Yeah,
it happened.
All of a sudden, well, he chopped this sample, and he just had this one part, and then I was like, cut the first half. That's the verse, and then let's chop that more, and then that's the hook, because it has this singer, like a female singer, come in, and then he sped it up, and I was like, let's make that the hook. But the way it transitions is fun, because the drums flip. And we were figuring that out for like 2 hours, and I was just here fucking around. And
getting lost, though. That's where you find the damn gems at.
Yeah, and then when we heard it back, we were like, all right, this is so far off the rails. It was fine the original way that we did it. And that's the best part about creating, is just being like, we could throw that whole fucking track away. Who gives a shit?
Bro, look, speaking off the fucking rails, let's get into it. Because I'm done talking about it, or I'm done thinking about it, and not being able to really say my opinion like I want to. That Wayne album, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm seeing on the internet. I'm seeing, people were kind of echoing what we were saying, but some other people were like, "Oh, it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be," and this and that. And I'm like, that shit physically stressed me out to listen.
That's what you texted me first thing in the morning.
I said,
it's been a week, by the way.
Yes. It's been a week.
I've sat with it 3 times since I spoke to you last Friday about it.
You sat with it 3 times?
Yeah, I tried. Because I was like, maybe, I get it. He's older. It's kind of like, it kind of goes with the Andre thing. When
fuck all that old shit.
It's actually.
Fuck all that old shit.
I tried to.
No.
Justify it. I can't, bro.
Not when we hear you a few months before kill fucking features, bro.
Yeah.
With Ultra Instinct, bro. Just
why are his albums always dog shit since Carter 3? Why? And a lot of people don't love Carter 3. There's definitely some weird songs.
There's some people
like Carter 2 is obviously
Carter 1, Carter 2 is fucking peak
mountaintop.
Yes. Carter 3 to me is, in my opinion, is the same. There's a couple where I could be like, whatever. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to fucking
slammers on it.
Police or whatever.
But then go No Ceilings, Sorry for the Wait, and Carter 4 was like,
How do you do that? Why would you not? Think about this. This is my thing. Is you're big enough now, and this is what I don't understand about Eminem neither. You're big enough now, you don't need a fucking single, bro. Like, and what I mean by that is you don't have to try to chase a single. You don't have to do that anymore. I don't give a fuck with the labels. I don't give a fuck with nothing. And this is me talking. I've never even dealt with a label or none of that. But I feel like that when you get to a certain level, people should not question, what is your single going to be? You're fucking Wayne. You're Eminem. You can say, hey, I'm dropping an album tomorrow and everybody's going to go search for that shit.
It was, it kind of goes back to that. They're so big and they've been big for so long and they can literally work with anybody that I just wonder if there's just a lot of yes people around that just, aren't checking it. They're not. Who's checking Eminem making a record? No, like
absolutely nobody.
Dr. Dre is, if he's making a record with them, because there's a respect there.
He ain't like hands on.
Like we talked about the Wayne thing, like the Mac Main situation back in the day. He was the one that was like, look, this is kind of whack or kind of not. And
I just don't understand.
I don't know if he's around anymore, but it doesn't sound like he is. I don't know what the relationship
to me, and this is me as I will speak as a rapper, not even a fan. How hard is it for you are Wayne, fucking high level, and I'll just put Wayne and M, but I'm saying Wayne now because Carter 6 just came out. How hard is it for you to be like, hey, find me 10 to 12 fucking dope ass beats and let me just rap over them? You could do a bullshit hook on them. Who cares? But like, find some dope ass production. Just rap, bro.
That's the thing. The production on that Carter 6 is fucking ass, dude.
It's the mixed, like, just treat it like a fucking mixtape and just rap and then sell it as original music. It's not difficult.
There's something that happens there.
Bro, it's like you always have the perfect recipe when it comes to fucking mixtapes. Then all of a sudden, you start trying to do too fucking much when it comes to albums.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? People love you, for the most part. People love you for your fucking mixtapes. Period. Yeah. They want to hear you on a dope ass fucking beat, something they can fucking ride to, and just rap. Just be Wayne. That's all we want you to be. Just fucking be Wayne. Just be Wayne.
All his features always been crazy.
Bro, we don't need
all his mixtapes.
Extra shit. That's what I'm saying. We don't need you to do all this extra shit, trying to change genres for whatever fucking reason, or try to be this one, or try to be that one, or try to. Don't give me a LL Cool J fucking.
That's where he lost me right there. I was like, what is happening? But honestly, man, I'm not going to make any excuses for anybody, but I just think in the rap game, it definitely is a young man's game to some extent. However, I mean, it happened. Look, it's happened to Nas. It's happened. Jay hasn't done much, but it's happened to all the greats because
it has before.
Andre might have been the smartest, and as we talked about in last episode, because he walked away when he was like, "All right," like
and he comes and peeks out.
There is a killer instinct that comes with that art form. That if you are so big for so long, plus you are more mature and have age, and you're older. How are you approaching something with that tenacity that you had when you were 25? There's no way that you are. Now, that doesn't take away from the lyricism or putting words together. Like, Wayne is Wayne. What you're saying, which I agree with, is if somebody just picked out 12 fucking Justice League beats and had Wayne over top of it.
Just go crazy.
Disgusting. It's the same shit we say with Ross, with Nas's beats, all of that. Who is choosing these beats for iconic rappers that are in their 40s?
I don't
Why
know.
Are they choosing these?
I don't know if you need to get somebody your age or get somebody younger. I don't know what you need.
All I know,
whatever it is,
I listened to Theater of the Mind today as we were throwing Luda tracks back at each other. And that album came out in 2008. And I'm going to tell you right now that 7 of the beats on that record that came out in 2008 sound more modern and have better production than Carter 6. How is that possible?
And that's really fucking just sad. I don't know. And I don't mean I don't mean any disrespect by
you're just hurt. You're let down.
I'm hurt not because I don't think that he's capable of rapping at the level that he can rap at. I am at. And I mean, there was some shit that he was rapping on. It had nothing to do with that. It was just the whole package was just underwhelming.
Well, it also, here's an important lesson for all you artists out there. Track selection and the playlist of which you put it on is important.
Oh, yeah.
Your track listing and how your album is arranged is paramount.
Bro.
If you want a lesson on how not to do that, listen to the Carter 6 and listen to that. Yep. If you move 5 of those tracks around, the album feels different. It might not feel as bad.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. You put fucking Bells and Island in the Sun back towards the back is what you do.
That's B-sides.
Let me tell you something, Dave. Matter of fact, you just cut them right on off. As soon as I heard Island in the Sun, I wanted to fucking...
I hope Weezer made a bunch of money off that, by the way. I really do.
Tell you something. The fact that, honestly, I'm mad for Weezer that they even cleared that.
You know what? They probably were like, yo, Lil Wayne is going to rap on this. And,
of course.
And that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
And then they heard it and were like, oh, no.
Oh, shit.
What did he do to us?
Bro.
Because usually when Wayne takes somebody else's song, it's fucking his sick. Song now. He took Adele's song and made it insane on
that's
Sorry for the Wait.
Bro. Like, I don't, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't feel like he's lost it. I feel like this has been an ongoing theme for the past 15 years as far as
his albums have not been. Carter 4, 5, and 6, in my opinion, were huge letdowns. I waited for Carter 4 to come out. I got it on iTunes the night it fucking dropped at midnight. And the problem with that record at the time was 6'7" was already out. And then what's the track with Ross that he did? That's a play on Teflon Don.
I have no idea.
I'm not a star. Somebody that
I got a pistol in the
John
car.
Doe, or I can't remember the name of it, but that had come out like 3 or 4 of the songs had leaked. That was before they were like singles. So we were all wore out on 6'7" by the time Carter 4 came out.
Absolutely.
And that was like, it's still the best song on the record. That's the fucking problem.
It's very hard for me to sit here and bash somebody that's so great, like, and not bash them, but just the work. I mean, you're right. It's a disappointment. It's a letdown. I told you, I was like, before the fucking album, when I heard the first track start, I heard the lighter flick, and I said, Wayne, please show these motherfuckers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Please, because all we do is praise Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And when these young motherfuckers hear this shit,
yeah.
Please let them know that shit is not a game out here.
It's like telling Julian about Jordan.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like you weren't there, so you can't understand how electrifying Wayne was in his prime.
Bro.
And we were just waiting for Wayne to just drop heat rockets, dude, on people and be like, that's him. That's the GOAT.
And every fucking track, I said,
there's 2. How many tracks are on it? 19, 18 or 19 tracks?
Way too fucking many.
There's 2 that I thought were okay. And the one is the one that's Jelly's on the verse or the hook.
I ain't even like that shit. I was done. No, the hook was fine. The hook was fine. It wasn't nothing wrong with that. I'm glad he gave Jelly that look. And I mean, not that fucking Jelly really needs any fucking help at all, but it was nice because I know Jelly, being from down here, really looked up to Wayne growing up. So I know that was a big deal for him to do that. So I'm glad he got to experience that.
No, it's cool as shit. But the real problem, and let's just get to the root of it. On that song, Big Sean shines.
Yep.
Now, if you're at the point in your career where Big Sean has the best verse on the song that's on your album, it might be time.
If you're a regular rapper and Big Sean's got the best, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're
Wayne.
You're fucking Wayne, bro. There should not be nobody.
None. Zero.
Unless your name is fucking Eminem or
Kendrick.
Or honestly, or Kendrick or like fucking
Stacks.
Nas. Well, yeah, Nas, Jay. You know who I'm gonna put out there? Matter of fact, no. Okay, one person I'm gonna put out there is Joyner Lucas. Fucking love Joyner Lucas. He does not get his fucking flowers.
No, he doesn't.
Mickey's been letting me hear a lot more Joyner Lucas lately, and he has one of the most important hip hop songs I've ever heard, and I forgot what the fuck it was called, but I'll let you hear it soon.
I heard him when they all came out, when he was kind of blowing up on.
Well,
socials.
It was that one that he was talking about. It's called Broski, I think.
Yeah.
Where he's talking to his friend, his friend's talking back. He just has a very good. He has very good.
Super smart.
He has a very good vision for like what the fuck he wants his music to sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Immaculate fucking MC. Just great lyricist altogether. I've never heard a bad verse from him.
Right.
Him, like a JID. JID is another motherfucker. You ain't just gonna get him on no fucking verse, bro. He is a nice. Like I've called him before, and this is gonna throw everybody up in fucking arms. I've called him a more technically sound Kendrick before.
The thing about it is, to me, is that his tone of his voice sounds very similar to Kendrick.
It does, but I feel like he is a better technician when it comes to rhymes than Kendrick is. And you'd have to listen to more of his before.
He probably is.
I've listened to enough of him where I'm like, okay, he's more technically, he's more technically savvy than Kendrick is, just as far as like rhyme schemes and certain things like that. Kendrick is amazing. I'm not gonna take nothing from Kendrick. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But yes,
I think that's what threw me off from, because he was in Earth Gang, right?
He was not in Earth Gang. He's on Dreamville with Earth Gang though.
Okay.
JID.
I always thought he was in Earth Gang.
No, Earth Gang. He's been on songs.
But when I heard him back in the day, I was like, this dude just sounds like fucking Kendrick.
Yep.
And I like dismissed him.
Yep.
But he's definitely caught my ear.
He's got his own thing until he's influenced by Kendrick, but he still has his own little whatever, and he's a fucking killer. He is an absolute dog. Well, he went back and forth with M on M's latest album.
He did?
Yeah. Huh. And was nice. Of course, M ain't just gonna let nobody just fucking out rap him like that. So,
well, you wouldn't think Wayne just let it happen, which we never thought would happen. Remember when Wayne used to get on other people's songs just to boost their fucking tape?
Yeah. Bro.
Remember when he got on Hustle Hard with Ace?
Yep.
And they just put an extra verse on it at the end so Wayne could be in the video, and he just ripped that verse.
Fucking just outlandish. Yeah. I just, it sucks, and you want to say like, oh, it's because he's getting older and this and that. No, that's not what the fuck it is.
I think it's tenacity.
You just fucking killed the features like a couple months ago. I think it is a hunger thing. I think it is a yes man thing. I think it's
a combination.
I don't know if it's like a drug thing that's got his vision cloudy. Because I don't know. Because I don't know him fucking personally. So I couldn't say, oh, he's got such and such around him, or he's doing this substance and that substance. So he doesn't know, I think maybe just some people just don't make fucking good albums. Maybe that's it. We could just chalk it up to that.
The problem is he has made good albums.
Yeah, but it was like early.
It's just, man, it's any art thing. At some point, the vision is lost, and he's not the same. Look, we can sit here and come up with all kinds of hypotheticals. The bottom line is we're upset. We're let down.
Very fucking
because it
upset.
Was a prime opportunity to, as a 40-something-year-old legendary god tier rapper, show the world what's up at this time.
Especially since these lyrics are at the forefront now, coming off the Drake and Kendrick thing.
Yeah.
Coming off the as smaller scale as it was as far as between the Drake and Kendrick, the Joey Badass and the Ray Vaughn and the whole, you could have came in and said, yo.
Yep.
None of you motherfuckers
want any problems from me.
No problem.
Because what did we say during all the Drake and Kendrick shit? We had a common theme, and it was, if Wayne were to get involved in this, it would be a real problem for both of them.
Yeah.
For anybody.
And I wanted to fucking see it. It didn't happen, which I'm fine. He stayed out of it. Cool. I don't care. But bro, all we want you to do is fucking rap. We don't need all this extra shit with these hooks and this and that. I don't need none of that. Same thing with M when he has his albums where it's like you always have to have some poppy hook.
Why so many fucking songs too? Why?
They're still in the 18 to 20 track mindset. That's why. Now and it's crazy because like it's hard to say that because Illmatic was like fucking 10 songs, but at the same time, it's almost like you either had a short fucking album or you had a long fucking album. I started listening to Only Built for Cuban Links the other day, and I was like,
yeah, anything past 14 songs on an album is overkill,
lot, bro. I don't think I'll.
And maybe I'm thinking from a band and a rock band perspective because that's a fucking lot of work, man. Because out of those 14 songs, you wrote 30 to 40 to get down to 14. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking work, man.
I've thought about doing like the double disc thing, and I mean, I could just do it for just for giggles, just cause.
No. The lesson here is we're gonna get 12 slammers.
12's fine,
and the rest of them can be a B-sides or we'll throw them out on a tape.
I'll put it on the next fucking album. Whatever.
Well, none of them are gonna be bad. We're not gonna record them if they are. That's why we make. And if we do
fucking record them, they'll never see the light of day if they're bad. So I mean,
nope.
That's just how it goes.
Apparently, that's not how Wayne's working right now. Because that's another thing that we talked about. That I was like, dude, these sound like demos.
Not only do they sound like demos, they sound like demos from like 5 years ago.
That's true.
Some of them sound very fucking dated, and I don't understand why, but I'm getting very upset talking about this.
It's unfortunate, dude.
It is very unfortunate. When you were talking about explaining to Jules how big Wayne was, I had seen something the other day. It was a post, and it was a Gen Xer, and he was like, "Can somebody explain to me how big Michael Jackson was?" Because as a Gen Xer, I just wasn't alive for it, so I only hear stories. But I don't know really that. And I literally commented and I said, imagine if Jesus was walking around the earth and could moonwalk and sing his ass.
That's what it was.
That literally is what it was.
And we'll never see a star of that magnitude.
Never.
Ever again.
Never again, bro.
Bro.
You can't even fathom.
How do you even start to explain that?
You can't.
To somebody that wasn't alive.
There's nobody that's even fucking close. Think of Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, and
the president.
All together.
Yeah.
Still.
Can't touch it.
Not even fucking touching it.
Nope.
Not even touch.
Do you remember being a kid and MTV would have an event when he put a video out and the world would go home, turn on their television and watch a Michael Jackson video.
Just a video. And his videos were like short fucking films.
Yeah. To premiere the new MJ video was no other artist was getting that treatment.
Bro, there's nothing like, okay, so, and I shout out to whoever put the work in for this, but like, I think Drake is supposed to like break his record soon with something, whatever, all these, you can break Mike's records all the fuck you want to.
For sales?
There is an impact that lived and died with Michael fucking Jackson, and it will never be duplicated again.
And also, I don't think those are fair metrics because
I don't think
can you fucking imagine if Michael Jackson had streaming?
Bro.
It would have shattered the internet.
Bro.
It would have shut down the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, MTV could barely handle the bandwidth of everybody tuning in at the same time
bro,
and fucking watch.
They do not want to see Mike in his streaming era, bro.
I remember when they put out the Scream video with him and Janet. That was a monumental deal. What year was that? 95, 96? I mean, they were like, dude, they're doing a video together. Bro. And everybody was like, this is insane.
And Janet she was fucking prime Janet, bro. Ridiculous. And I was like, that was the only way I could fucking explain it.
That's a great explanation. I mean,
bro, if Jesus could moonwalk, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. Imagine
those videos of him just coming out there, standing stoic.
Bro, people stand there for 5 minutes and people are fucking losing consciousness.
Getting louder the longer he just stood in silence.
Nobody on fucking earth can do that right now.
Nope.
Not Drake, not Taylor, not Beyonce, not this one, that one,
as
whatever.
Big as you think Taylor Swift is,
bro.
Go ahead and realize that Michael Jackson will never be replicated as far as power and just presence. Ever.
Fucking star presence.
Anybody on this earth that ever made fun of him or did any of that shit when he was starting to get fucking a little weird, anybody that was in his presence was like, oh, wow. Now, we're just talking the art shit of it. Obviously, he's fucking got some shit.
Some wild shit.
But as we're talking
outside,
about pure fame and star power, Michael Jackson will never be recreated. Or touched on. It's impossible.
You can throw whatever fucking name out you want.
It's never going to happen, dude.
Never.
Nope.
He caught so much lightning just in that, 20, 30 year period, whatever the fuck it was. From 70 something to, I'll say 80 something. I'll even take the Jackson 5 shit out. Let's just say from 80 something to like 2000 fucking
10. 9? When did he die? 2009?
09, 10, something like that.
That entire time, there was never a time when he wasn't headline news. Anything he did was a big deal.
Bro.
Remember when he ran away and hung the baby out for the paparazzi to see, and the fucking world lost their damn mind.
Bro, nobody knew what the fuck was going on with that.
I mean, and the shit with Priscilla Presley and like just
all that shit.
Anything
was
he
crazy,
did,
bro.
There's never going to be a person more famous.
Was from Gary, Indiana.
Like, that's So nobody will. So when we're explaining to Jules, who's going to be 21 years old, like Wayne in his prime, or why Michael Jordan could definitely play in today's NBA, because they don't remember. They only watch highlights.
Yeah.
They're not sitting down to watch the Eastern Conference Finals in 1987. Right. They're not watching that.
Or like how big M would be, like how big M was when he first fucking came out. Like year 2000, 2001 M fucking everywhere. Huge. Nonstop. They're actually coming out with a documentary about his fan base. And it's called Stands. And it's going to be on, I think it's in fucking London somewhere, something.
I mean, when you get half of white America to wear a wife beater and dye their hair platinum blonde,
literally, motherfuckers came out to I think there's a South by Southwest in London now, and it's something. Something.
Really?
Yes. And there was like all of a sudden you see all these motherfuckers with blonde hair and white wife beaters come out, a bunch of them.
Yeah,
and it's a thing. The fact it's still a thing is fucking wild.
Well, we also grew up in the time where things got so popular, it was fucking annoying.
Yep.
So that to go back to some shit we talked about earlier in the pod, like of me not liking hit songs from my favorite bands, like because there was such narrow avenues to stardom, like you had to have MTV and you had to have the magazine. It all had to line up. It wasn't just interpretations on the internet.
Yep.
When I listened to Incubus, it was in 1997 when they were a nu metal band and nobody gave a fuck about them. Then they put out Make Yourself with 2 enormous hits and they became one of the biggest bands in the world. And it was so annoying
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even happy for him. I was just mad that everybody liked, that fucking Ricky that plays on the fucking lacrosse teams banging Incubus when a year before he didn't know the fuck they were.
That's crazy. I never had that, like, not that you were not happy for the band or whatever.
Of course,
but
I was annoyed
annoyed that like, oh, now you fucking come around that shit.
The most devastating thing for me, I have a good life if this is one of the most devastating things. When Korn put out Follow the Leader in 1998, I was devastated how big they got. When Got the Life was on TRL and was #1 on their videos, and everybody started to like Korn, when the year before everybody was like, fucking, you like Korn? Like,
bro, I remember people
made fun of me, and now they're banging it in the gym, lifting to it. And
before
I was like,
I even
fuck
knew
y'all.
what the fuck Korn was, I used to see it in like middle school and high school. I used to see people used to etch Korn in the desks, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm
fun
like,
to
what
write.
the fuck is
easy to do? Put it backwards R. Life's good.
Yes, I'm like, what the fuck is good?
But I
never fucking knew.
I started
what it was.
listening to that band in 1996 when like they kind of were getting popular and Life is Peachy came out, but you had to be a metal kid to like them. And then all of a sudden they were one of the biggest bands in the world. And so to go back to my point, there's never going to be an avenue to fame and popularity like that where it's funneled to where the general population only has one place to watch videos. Like, remember coming home from school and TRL hit every day, and it was a big fucking deal.
Everything was filtered. Like, you had that. Now everything's a big ass
ocean.
Yeah, and
which
people
I'm all
will
for.
attach to things, right? People will attach to things. That's where the trending thing comes from.
That's
and
where the
TikTok
algorithms
and
come in,
and blah blah blah. The challenges, all that. So it's like, that's cool, but it never lasts for long. And then the next thing happens, and you see how affected people are by that filtered thing, with the Eminem thing, with Michael Jackson, with Tupac, with the metal
when
bands.
They got popular, it was annoying,
bro,
because it was all you heard.
Crazy.
When Real Slim Shady came out, I heard that song 10 times a day. You couldn't get away from it.
No,
it was that fucking
It was on
big.
fucking, bro, every fucking video.
To this day, that's why everybody hates Nickelback, because you couldn't fucking get away from them. If you listen to rock radio, they played every 20 minutes.
I like fucking.
Well, of course.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
No, we've been saying this for years. Now it's cool to like Nickelback and Creed. Cool, everybody.
Y'all go back to your holes and like.
You weren't fucking with them 5 years ago or 20 years ago.
No.
You were definitely shitting on them. And hey, as a metal kid, I definitely wasn't trying to hear Nickelback in fucking 2000.
Look at this photograph, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro. Look at this photograph.
All the right reasons. 10 of 10.
Come on, bro. They need to fucking.
But they were so big that everybody was like, fuck that band. They were so popular.
It bothers me.
So we grew up in that era where if you didn't have MTV, you didn't have radio, and you didn't have magazines to read, you didn't fucking know what was going on in music.
No.
You didn't. There's no other way you weren't. The internet was not working like that then.
No, bro, you got to go to the video store and like just look at the different they'd put it on like the little end caps, if I'm talking in retail language. They'd put it on the little end caps like at the end of the aisles, and it'd be like the different albums and stuff, and then you look like shit. Kmart was like one of the only places in town that you could get
explicit.
Yeah. Because Walmart didn't sell it.
Nope.
So it'd be that. There was a place called, I don't even fucking know.
We had FYE and NRM music in
We
New
had
York.
a place called Media Play. And that was where I first bought College Dropout.
Okay.
It's where I first bought, was it The Cool? I think it was the first time I bought The Cool by Lupe.
Yeah.
And I just remember literally, bro, I was 14, right? I was 14 when College Dropout came out. I was 14 or 15. I was one of them. I didn't have my license yet. And my mama let me take the car.
Hell yeah.
Drive the fucking I drove the fucking Media Play, bro.
You remember Tuesdays when albums came out?
Yes.
And I would drive. The mall opened at 8 a.m. I was in the parking lot at 7:50 for when my favorite band dropped the new record.
Bro.
I'd walk my ass inside. They probably didn't have it on the shelf because it wasn't, a super popular record because it's metal or whatever, or hip hop. Even at that time, it wasn't. And I'd be like, hey, do you got this in the back? And they'd be like, yeah, let me go grab it. And they'd go in the back and didn't even have it out yet, usually. Seven Dust would drop a new record. I had to go in and ask somebody, hey, do you have it? Yeah, let me go through the boxes. Can you imagine?
Bro.
And then it meant so much more. You'd get to the fucking car, slide the CD in, and you
never fucking forget, bro. My mama had a silver Firebird T-top 6-speed.
Hell yeah.
And I fucking put in College Dropout, bro, and it changed every fucking thing.
There's so much.
I'll never fucking forget
that tangible. The work to go get it.
The
excitement the night before.
Flip through the CD book. I always used to flip to see if the lyrics were inside.
Yeah.
Always flipping to see if the lyrics were inside. I just, obviously, look, now I know why I did that. But just always loved to see like the words and stuff. See and the
just
art.
The liner notes. And
sometimes it'd be like
the art that went into it.
Sometimes it'd be a little poster you could unfold in there and the whole thing.
And then get to the production credits. And I always love to see who did. Because at that time, there's no message, but I'm so old, bro, that I remember like going to Machine Head's website and it said website coming soon.
Oh shit, bro.
And you have a website.
That's fucking crazy.
One of the biggest metal bands in the world that was so new that they were like, oh yeah, we got our people on it. It's kind of new technology and we're figuring it out.
Now you can just hit Chat GPT up and they'll fucking whip
System of a Down's first record when it was the Hand. That was their website in like 1998. It didn't even have anything on it. It just said System of a Down. It was just the album cover. And then you had like merch. That was it. There was nothing about the band. It was so hard to get information. That's why reading everything was. And then when you went live and saw them, it was like, holy fuck, they're here.
Yeah, but think about it. You didn't really see any like.
There's so much more mystery. It wasn't
necessarily like YouTube videos, like where you could see them. You didn't know what they sounded like until you fucking got there.
Right.
And it's like, it's either going to be a fucking great show or it's not going to be a great show.
You didn't know every part of what they ate and what their thoughts were on shit. You showed up, you paid money, you went to the show.
They were this mysterious force.
Super mysterious.
Every musician, a mysterious force.
Yep.
And then you'd see them come out, and it was like a larger than life type of thing.
You didn't
see their everyday life. It's like what fucking Denzel told Michael B. Jordan. He told him the other day. He was like, stay off social media because why would they pay to see you on the weekend if they could see you every day of the week?
That's online. Tremendous advice,
bro.
And to like transition that back to the metal thing, there's a reason Sleep Token is the biggest fucking band in heavy music right now, because nobody knows who they are or what they look like.
They still don't?
No. I mean, there's speculations as to who's who and what and where they, like, people, the internet sleuths have put it together, right. But there's still, they have that 90s mystery to them.
Yeah.
Where nobody, it was the same thing when Slipknot first came out. They're just like, take off your masks. Who are you? And they wouldn't.
No.
And that was in 99.
They took off their mask yet?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody knows who everyone, but I'm just saying at that time, that was part of the mystique.
They should have never done it.
9 dudes that were crazy as fuck from Iowa. That shouldn't happen. They were phenomenal.
Oh, Slipknot's from Iowa?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, there's no other place they could be from.
I was about to say, yes, like they have nothing else to do, so they all turn to fucking psychopaths.
For the record, to get into some wars on the internet, I am going to go on record right now and say that Iowa, their second record, is the most disgusting masterpiece, probably one of the top 5 perfect metal records ever made in history.
Iowa by Slipknot
is easily top 5.
I've never heard of Slipknot
because they were so big with the first record. This is the shit I love. This goes back to me hating when bands get popular.
Okay.
Iowa was the second record and they were fucking blowing up. The first record took off. They were the biggest band in extreme music. They didn't put a motherfucking single on the second record. It was pure destruction.
Oh,
and that I did not listen to the first record a lot because everybody was listening to it. And when I heard Iowa, I was like, I'm all the way in, because they did the thing that I love, was put a giant middle finger up to the entire industry and say, we're not doing what you want us to do. We're going to get heavier, nastier. And by the way, the single Left Behind is not a single. It's fucking brutal. It's just the only one that the label had to put something out, and they did.
Yeah.
And it's fucking so heavy.
That's crazy.
And I got on board. And everything after that, they've had a couple decent records, but that record to me will always stand. You can put it on right now, and I put any other record, it's not going to match the fucking actual filth that you feel when you, it's just raw, dude. The emotion.
To it now. I guess I'll have to.
Bro, it's a bit of a deal.
You never sent me that live, what you call it?
I sent you Secret Samadhi.
I don't think you did.
It's buried in the chain, dude.
Probably.
But I love getting nostalgic with you about this shit because you were a student of music at a young age like I was, and you loved, but I feel bad, and I guess we're old heads for saying this, that like kids won't realize the work that went into loving music back then, which made it feel you were part of something bigger than yourself when you were a fan of a band then.
Yes.
You know, and you felt like part of that tribe. If you know, that's why to this day I still am like, if I fuck with a band, I gotta like everything about them. I have to like them as people. I have to like their message, their intellect. Like there's very few bands where I go, that fucking band right there is the future. There's a handful I can list right now. I'm not going to, that are in hard music in general, but there's more fucking heavy bands than has ever been right now. And there's about 4 on my list where I'm like, they're doing it right.
I don't have any new.
Yeah, like think about hip hop. Like who, you know, because it's
too many new.
Right.
I try to give. I will give artists a chance. There is somebody new. His name is Akeem Ali, and he's so fucking good, bro. And it's somebody that I just discovered, I think, through Instagram. As a matter of fact, I think it's either Hitmaker or it's Jermaine Dupri that works with him. I think it's Jermaine Dupri. And he's just so fucking cool. I'm about to let you listen to some of his shit. Like,
now, is it like potential cool? Like you, there's great potential, or he's already there?
No, like this motherfucker's already figured himself out. He's just cool as fuck.
Oh, well then, yeah, send it.
He's cool as fuck. Great presence, great aura, like the whole fucking thing. He's just great. Him, I mean, I try to give. Usually, actually, I discover new rappers really on Instagram more than anything. Like a lot of times, I don't necessarily give too much a chance on Spotify. Like I try, but
the algorithm that Spotify thinks I like sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's not.
You ever put the DJ thing on where it's like, here's something you listen to a whole bunch in 2021, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Give me new music.
No, I actually don't. But when I did start listening, when I got into like that bedroom pop and the whole like indie electro pop type of thing, like the kind of like the Tame Impala and the just the other shit, I would just put my playlist on, but it's where you can put it on and it'll add a new song in there.
Suggested song?
Before. Huh?
It'll add it or it'll suggest it.
It'll just put it in the playlist, but it'll be like, it'll sound like that playlist. So they'll put it in there, like they won't just add it in there automatically, but you'll know that it's something that they suggested basically. And you can add it in there if you want to. And a lot of times I'll add that shit in there because it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nice. But I do that. I do like to find like new R&B. I'm like such a fucking R&B nerd. So I like to, and I feel like it's came back from the ultra electric Chris Brownish type of era.
Yeah.
I feel like it's eased its way back into like the neo soul type of thing.
Well,
like,
first of all, I'm reading about your boy right now.
Who?
Akeem Ali.
Oh,
he's from Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey, bro.
I'm already on board. Who the fuck's coming out of Jackson, Mississippi? Second,
that motherfucker.
Right here is taking the world by storm with his 70s nostalgic essence.
Yeah, bro.
All right. That's what we fuck with in general.
Bro, as soon as I heard him rap, I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker's cool as fuck, bro. Like, and he can rap. And like, not even in a, bro, imagine like if you sit down with a 70s pimp, but in 2025, and he's talking to you.
Oh,
and he's telling you how cool he is, the type of shit that he's got, the type of shit that he talks to girls, the whole, like, just imagine that. And that's him.
His first single called Kimi Casanova.
Bro.
He's 30. So, I mean,
nice.
He's figured it out.
He's nice.
At 30. That's hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to listen.
Yes, he's amazing. I haven't even listened to like one of his whole albums yet, but he's got a couple of them. So him, I like R&B. I got into Sir a few years ago. Sir is super nice on TDE.
Yep.
I like this dude his name is Q. It's just the letter Q. And he is super dope. He's just I just found him randomly.
Hip hop's in a weird place right now, man.
Hip hop's in a weird place, but this is, you know what I'm saying? Like R&B, I feel like it's come back.
Yeah.
The Jesse Reyes's, the Ari Lennox.
Bro, we could do a whole pod on Jesse.
Hey, bro, listen, Jesse.
She's just real, bro.
There's no goat, bro.
She's just
she's so
everything
good,
she does. I'm like, that's 1,000% authentic.
Yeah,
it just
there's nothing about. I seen it was something she did like a video. It was like a little like video clip, and it was basically just for people who bought her MVP tickets to her concert. And it was like her manager like opened her hotel door. She's asleep. It's like Black and Milds on the table and fucking ashtray drinks and shit. And then like she like wakes up and she's like, "Oh, you got MVP tickets?" And she like points at the camera. It was just like super authentic. It was super fucking cool. And you just tell she's just like
everything she does is chill, dude.
Bro, I listened to her fucking Love Before Love Came to Kill Us album.
She's got big Nelly Furtado vibes to me.
It's that, but it's so much fucking cooler and it's sharper. And just her writing is fucking amazing. She got an audiobook and I'm still actually listening to it, but it's just her poetry.
Does she narrate it?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I'm like, nah. She turned into my fucking favorite singer probably within 2. Obviously, I love SZA, Ari Lennox's, the Tiana Taylor's, the I can't think of there's a fucking bunch of people, but Jessie stands out. She's just got this, and she took some chances on her newest album. And that shit's nice. Paid in Memories, bro.
You know what
dope fucking.
I know, dude. You know what collab we need? We need a Jesse Glow collab.
Oh shit! Oh, their energy off each other would be
insane,
amazing, bro.
Insane.
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
And you know she fucks with Glow.
Who doesn't?
Jesse looks like the type of motherfucker that would fuck with Glow.
Yeah, and Glow would be like, "I love you,
bro."
We're putting it out there that we need that.
Bro, please, God. We're just gonna put it on the universe. It is what it is. It's gonna be great. Just trust us.
I mean, yeah, so there's some hope. The Glows of the world, you're like, oh, dude, I love that she's gotten so popular.
Bro, she's just authentic as fuck.
That's what I mean. I think the crazier that shit gets and more discombobulated in the world, the more people are going to gravitate towards authenticity because they're going to feel so disconnected from any kind of reality. Yeah. So I hope that everybody's instinct towards recognizing authenticity will get a little sharper as things get more convoluted.
People want it more and they,
I hope recording gets back to that where it's like, hey, let's take all this crazy sauce off shit and let's just make real shit. There's a reason that Oliver Anthony kid blew the fuck up with that Richmond song. And there's a reason that these artists that are stripping down. There's just one cat that plays guitar and sings like folk, like kind of Dylan style songs. You've definitely seen him on Instagram. He's fucking super popular and he just makes shit about any social situation that's going on and he's super smart. That kind of shit. Like,
fuck all I need is a raw ass voice and a fucking guitar.
You just need people being honest.
Yeah.
Look, man. I don't want to be super cheesy, but the truth somehow, some way always fucking figures itself out.
Oh yeah. So, and it's gonna come to you in many forms. So you'll always recognize it.
Yes. The more shit gets automated and we get detached from tangible reality, I think there's gonna be a huge movement of people that are like, I'm selling the house, I'm moving into the woods, I'm getting an acoustic.
Shit, that's what I'm trying to do now. I mean, I'll get the acoustic later, but I'm absolutely trying to move into the damn woods for sure. Cause I don't want no part of this shit no more. Not as far like, it's cool, whatever, capitalism, we grew up in it. So it'd be hard to, break that habit or whatever. Honestly, I just want to get back in the woods where I belong, bro. I don't care about neighbors or suburbs or HOAs. Don't tell me I can't have my fucking basketball goal up, or you're gonna fine me for my basketball goal being up in my driveway.
Yeah.
No.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Fucking sell your house.
Guess what the fuck I did?
You kept it up?
Never took my basketball goal down again.
Of course. Did they fine you?
No. Fuck them. Fine me. Because guess what? Now, I'm just going to be an asshole.
I'm calling Channel 5 News if you get a fine.
Nah, bro. I'm going to
go on and check this neighborhood out where we can't play basketball on our fucking driveway. But people drive
75 down the fucking road.
Dude, people drive crazy on your road.
Bro, it's really
And you
bad.
have those fucking
damn sewer things.
Those things are high as fuck. They're trying to wait
till they finish the neighborhood and then they're supposed to pave everything over. No, motherfucker, y'all put spike strips out now. Because this shit right here is getting crazy. A kid's going to get hit. Then everybody's going to be crying about the shit. And then, well, we should have done. Well, motherfucker, we tried to tell y'all.
And then from then on out, you're just playing, you're putting the basketball goal in the street.
Oh, no, it's in the street now.
The whole neighborhood's playing on it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't know. I know that burns a hole in your soul.
Bro, you already know. First of all, I don't like being told what to do, period.
Anything.
Second of all, no, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't put that bit because they're talking about put it on the side of the house, like put it down and put it on the side of the house. I guess when you're done with it, I'm not doing nothing. I'm from the fucking woods. No, y'all going to come take this bitch down.
You need to put as much Eagles fucking paraphernalia out in front of your house as possible.
Well, you see how I act a fucking complete donkey on the weekends.
Your neighbors don't give a shit. So who's really caring about any of it?
Nobody.
You got REO Speedwagon fucking at 119 decibels in the front yard.
Bro, at jet volume.
At 6 p.m. on a fucking Saturday. And that doesn't stop until 11 p.m.
Yeah, bro, no, we ain't stopping on a fucking thing. Fuck them. Damn.
And nobody says anything. Neighbors walk by when we're partying out front, waving, hey, how you guys doing? Nobody's like, fucking, guys better turn it down.
And I mean, if motherfuckers do have problems, they ain't gonna come tell me about it. They'll go cry in their closet about it. And then maybe they'll call the cops.
The problem with, I mean, just this country, and I'm certainly not going to get political ever on this podcast. However, I watched a cool ass, you know how my YouTube algorithm is. It broke down why the one size fits all for a nation of this size just doesn't work, because we're really 12 different nations inside one. And the dude broke it down per region, and like
I was about to say, values, is it a region thing?
Yeah. So like, you know, you have the deep South. This is part of, I forget, like Tennessee is its own thing that stretches through the Midwest kind of. Then you have like what they call
what Theo calls it, the Central East.
They got Yankeedom up top. Then you have the far west, you know, Hawaii's its own thing. Like, and you think about the values and the ideologies that stretch in those regions. And that's why like people get pissed off about government oversight or overstep. Like it really should be the states and the region.
Yep.
If you live this way and that's what you identify with, then you move there and you live there.
We're really like fucking 12 different tribes.
Yeah. But when you look at Europe and look at the size of Europe and how many countries there are, and they all speak a different language in a tight area, and then look at the size of the United States.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And we think that we're all just one. Anybody who's traveled in this country realizes that California and Tennessee, although a lot of people are moving here from California, are two totally different fucking things.
Look, go to Louisiana and go to Rhode Island and see what kind of fucking shock you have, bro.
Speak somewhat of the same language.
I don't know about that either, bro.
You know, debatable. But, I mean, Texas and Louisiana, and they're fucking right. I mean,
go to Jacksonville and fucking Vermont.
Not the same.
You tell me.
Nope.
If we're the same type of country. No.
Go to Phoenix, Arizona, and then Bangor, Maine.
All right.
Not the same. So the way he broke it down was just, he does a lot of cool, like, it's called Geography with Jeff.
Yeah.
And the way he breaks it down, and it's all factual, historical shit of when this land became that and from who and what and why.
It was
cool. It was really awesome. It was called the 12 Nations of America. And I was like, why does nobody
it makes a lot of
look at it
sense,
like that?
Bro.
Because there's certain people that are like, this is how I fucking, if you're a real patriot and better than it's like, okay, well, go live where other people think like that. Like don't move to Manhattan with that energy.
Manhattan don't give a fuck about none of that.
That's not how they're thinking up there. That's a different world.
Have you ever seen that video of that girl that breaks down the different accents and how different?
Yes.
Bro, that shit blew my mind.
Super cool.
She was talking about how like the English accent moved to that southern
slowed it down.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Slowed it down and then it went to the other.
Then the German influence and how that
it was crazy.
Really crazy. It was
I've never heard
she
it
was
broke down
so good at doing that.
She just easily fluidly went into the next language.
It was awesome. I think you sent that to me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Bro.
But that kind of shit is like, that makes a lot of sense. We are a land of, first of all, Nas said it. Like, this country was founded on blood and death.
Absolutely.
Like, as much as people don't want to fucking acknowledge that, this is a stolen land, which then we populated with immigrants. So we're already upside down.
We're fucking
right there.
Yeah.
So fuck your politics. For sure. And
we're absolutely in the negatives.
And
right
just
now.
understand that we may be here on some bad karma.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So take that into account and then understand like this is not one, as much as we are all part of Americans and proud to be American or whatever the fuck you want to be, understand that where you live is definitely different than most other fucking places within a giant country.
Yes.
So if you think one way and you go, this is what I align with and this is who I am morally, then you should live where other people think like you. But also don't impose that on people who may disagree with you that want to live their life another way. In fact, that's kind of why we all fucking live here. So we can live our lives the way we want to.
What the fuck we want to do.
So go at the end, go where that aligns.
We're all a bunch of fucking immigrants.
Misfits.
Bro,
this is a land of misfit toys, bro. It is.
It literally is, bro.
So why everybody gets upset at each other and pinned and the fucking like just stop, take a breath and understand that like
we're just a country of just orphans.
Yeah. And
with no country, no motherland.
And it's just funny because that's why we don't get involved in it. We're observers, so we look around and go,
all right,
not looking good.
All right,
but the more everybody gets at arms with each other,
like I said earlier, bro, I just look at humans like as humans. I'm like, all right, y'all are really fucking tripping right now.
My problem is lately, I just see the damage in everybody.
Oh yeah,
and you gotten to that point where you're just looking around going,
oh yeah, I got to a point a few years ago where I started looking at every adult as a child.
Right.
I look at all of us as children, like lost children. I almost look at, it was something I told you earlier. I don't think it was on mic though, but I was like, I literally look at humans like God would look at humans, like, and not in some kind of greater
but
than
existentially.
Yeah. But in a like, oh, you're just a kid. You really don't know what the fuck's going on right now. You're like winging it through life and you really don't know. And as much as you got, everything in order, you think you do, and you're taking care of responsibilities, you're still just like a lost child.
Well, as we both know, winging it can get you in trouble.
Hey.
I mean.
Winging it and just seeing what happens. Pretty big difference.
Pretty big difference, dude.
Bro.
I'm so glad. All right. For nobody that knows, my favorite comedy of all time is Macgruber. I'll stand on this 10 toes into all through the earth. It is the most ridiculous movie. It should have never been made. It's my fucking personal favorite. If anybody else there feels the same, please fucking message me. I'd be happy to nerd out with this movie with you. I've been trying to get this man to watch this movie for fucking 5 years. I have handed him the fucking Blu-ray since it's too much effort for him to find it on a streaming service, and he fucking didn't watch it. So then he feels guilty because he got me to watch all the fucking Rurouni Kenshin, the entire fleet of movies.
And you're welcome.
And it's so fucking sick.
Hey, bro.
I'm so glad. I couldn't stop watching them. First of all, I watched the beginning and I go, hey, man, I'm texting you proud because I'm like, I'm watching the movie you told me to. He freaked the fuck. He goes, you can't watch that first. I go, it's called The Beginning.
I said, turn it off, bro.
It's called The Beginning. I started with the one that fucking says beginning.
No, bro.
Nope. He sends me the order. So now I fucking pause that. It's getting late. I started, obviously, 1. And, bro, nobody has seen Rurouni Kenshin, that live action fucking shit. It's even Miri is like, this is the best adaptation of any anime.
I told you that's what people were saying, bro. I swear it's all on Netflix 1 through 5. Now, when I watched the damn series, I had to bounce back and forth through damn streaming services because they had like the second and the third one was on. I
hate that shit, bro.
But it was like, but that was before it like blew up. But then when it started getting like fame, or
Netflix bought it all out.
Like, let me go ahead and pick it up because I was going to fucking anime streaming.
If you can't afford to get all of them, don't have one of them on your service,
bro. I was so happy to see all 5 because
they're dope as fuck. But only because I watched 5 fucking 2 hours of. I watched 10 hours of film that you suggested. 10 hours of my life for you to watch an hour and a half comedy with a stacked fucking lineup. Unbelievable lineup.
I felt bad. Look, I was like, all right, bro, let me do this. I don't want to be an asshole no more. And my friends, they fucking crucify me over it, and you just got to taste it.
No, you're a movie pusher. I watch the movies you tell me.
I know. I get it. And it's like, bro, okay, remember when I told you, I said, bro. And
I know you're weird.
It's probably been put on one of these episodes. I'm like, bro, I'll wake up at 4 a.m. and watch some shit.
Well, that's exactly what the fuck you did with Macgruber. Because you had a day off and you sent me a picture of the... Yeah.
At 6 a.m, bro.
Yeah. With the fucking opening credits. And I'm such a freak about this movie that I go, right now? And you were testing me like, I wonder if he knows this is Macgruber.
You fucking knew
instantly, dude.
You fucking knew, and I said, you know what? I'm here for the long haul,
right? Because if he knows that by one picture of the opening credits, he obviously has put the time in this movie. Absolutely. I'm gonna watch it for him, and I appreciate you.
If you would have sent me a still frame of fucking Tropic Thunder, I would have knew immediately.
See, that's my Macgruber is your Tropic Thunder.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's
bro, yes. I proceeded to watch it, and my mouth was pretty much just like fucking agape the entire time. Pause, because I just had no like. It's just one of those, bro. Like 2010, it came out.
Will Forte, one of the most underrated comedic actors of all time.
Do you know why movies in that era are so fucking great? Because it was right before everything got
put into a show?
No.
Before everything got what?
Before everything got soft.
Oh, yeah. Because that movie could never be made.
God, no.
This man's putting celery in his ass as a distraction technique to throw off the shooters as they had an escape plan because he doesn't use weapons. That movie cannot be made right now.
Bro, listen, no, that was like in that little soft spot of, we can push the boundaries. It's almost like Hollywood knew that shit was about to get like crazy,
or they
political wise.
Yeah.
And they were like, let us go absolutely fucking insane for these last few years before shit starts getting where we'll never be able to do things like this again.
I don't know how that movie ever got funded.
I don't know.
But I mean, Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, Forte, Ryan Phillippe, Val Kilmer,
Powers Booth,
bro,
Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, Big Show, Great Khalid was in that shit for all you wrestling fans. Like, bro, I started fucking marking out when I seen all the wrestlers. I was like, oh shit,
dude! When he's putting the team together,
bro, I was like,
up everybody.
What? And I like the Predator callback when him and Jericho did their arm thing. I was like, oh God. Here we
when he
go,
first gets to Jericho and he goes, "Geez, Gruber, you're looking pretty good." And he goes, "Yeah, it's a workout dragging around a 30-pound python all day." And he goes, whatever. And he goes,
what did he say? He said,
he goes, I hate when you tell those jokes. I love you. Hear you say, I can't remember that. I should know the line.
I love when you tell those jokes. I love
that you love that I tell those jokes. Like, yes. That made it in the movie as a line. Bro. What?
Bro.
It's all time, bro. It is. I know that you were like, what the fuck is happening? But also,
that's the type of movie that you want. Like, bro, that's the type of movie. I say that's my sense of humor. Like, you know what's crazy is like, and people make fun of me because I'll be laughing at a lot of shit, right? Because I'll be laughing. I think shit's funny. Like, I just think different things are funny, and I feel like that, like having a wide array of a sense of humor, I almost feel like it makes you more intelligent because you're picking up on these different senses of humor. Like you know what
subtleties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I can laugh at Adam Sandler like I can laugh at some like smart comedy.
Yeah.
Because like when I tell you to watch Psych, I'm like, bro, watch Psych because
witty.
It's very witty. You'll miss references if you don't
layered shit.
Yep, because it's like they'll throw like an 80s reference.
You love that show. I watched it years ago when you suggested it.
I go to sleep to that fucking show. I love it so much.
And it's funny because when you listen to these comedy podcasts and now these guys have money and they're all trying to make a show or a movie reminiscent of the Macgruber era and the obviously like the Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell run and the Apatow films and all that with like they all want to just get back there, but nobody will fucking fund those movies. So they have to have enough money to make like Theo and fucking David Spade are making that movie together.
I can't fucking wait to see it.
They're paying for it.
Yes.
Because nobody in Hollywood's going to green light that.
I cannot wait to see that shit.
I know, dude. It's going to be an interesting next couple years if we all make it that long.
Well, we'll see what happens. We will see what fucking happens. Only time will tell.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Thank you all for listening. Follow us on all the shit because it's all out now.
Appreciate it. Made it to episode, what are we on, 8?
Yeah, proverbial 8, dude. We did it. We beat the odds.
Episode infinity. Standing up. That's a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait till I start rapping again. It's about to get sticky.
It's sticky in here right now, dude. You gotta turn the AC on.
Bro, absolutely. We'll see y'all next episode. Moon Wolvie. Out.
Peace.